All right, here we go. Looks like Pancho won the lag. First set of the finals, race to 7. Sonny Red Thunder has the hot seat. So for Pancho to win this tournament, he's going to have to double dip him. The second set, I believe, will be a race to 5. Wow. Pancho was really struggling with the brake in the last couple matches, but he crushed the brake first break out here. See what he does here. Looks like he can just do a little stun draw past the 8. Stay on that same top side for the 2. Took a little more aggressive route at it. Now this one he's going to have to stun back. Saying he's probably do something different, but he's going to have to stun back into this area here for the 4 ball. And if he gets to there, then he should be out. We got to get him Sonny in the chat already. Samuel Brooks, one of Sonny's boys over here, jumping in, rooting him on. All right. Took another aggressive line at it. So last match, Pancho got into a spot where he was seemed like he wasn't really putting a good stroke on the ball, and he was trying to lay up on a lot more stuff. But I think he's decided he's definitely not going to do that this match, because the first couple of shots he's coming out with bigger strokes. So,
hey, you hear me, Josh?
I can hear you, Rich.
Okay. Yeah, I asked him about that ball in hand on the 5, why he didn't just roll forward into it. He said he went to the other side thinking, had he not ended up where he did, he would have been a little less from the, further away from the rail, then it would have just been a natural to just roll up table. But because of where he was and how close to the rail he was, he had to go forward 2 rails.
Yeah, makes sense. I was still a little confused by it.
Yeah, me too. Because you open the door for positional errors by going the wrong way.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was good enough to make it work.
I see. Yeah. Some Crystal mentioned that you adjusted the camera angle, so now it's even across both sides. That's good.
Yes, Crystal. I was in here this morning and I got the ladder out and I went up there and centered it and I tipped it up. And I even tilted it so the table would look straight, because it bugs me too. So I figured, I'm in here early, so I'll go ahead and fix it.
So Pancho just tried to stun forward to play a bank. I know he wanted to probably stun a little bit further forward because he would have wanted to have the cue ball come off short side to the 7. But now he's going to have to force follow and try to get to the center of the table. He overran it a little bit, but he's going to come out really good. So now he'll just draw to that other side rail and back out. So yeah, for people tuning in, this is King of the Valley Finals. Basically a tournament for everybody through the Yakima Valley, Yakima down through Wapto, Toppenish, Sunnyside, the whole valley here. Basically an annual tournament that got started last year. Try to see who the best of the best in the area are. Right now you're seeing the finals, first set, first game. Looks like Pancho's gonna get this first game, and it's Pancho's the defending champion. He won the first one last year, and Sonny just moved to Yakima within the last year, and this is his first year playing this. These two met earlier on in the tournament, and Sonny is who put Pancho to the B side. So Sonny has a hot seat. Pancho has to beat him twice. Right now, second place pays $600. It's a 24-player field. Second place pays $600. First place pays $800, but there's also a side pot that was an optional side pot. It's winner take all, which has another $475 in it. So first will get a total of 1275, so double what second place gets. And in addition to it, there's a King of the Valley jacket that will be awarded to who wins this. That has all the information about the King of the Valley on there. So.
And they also get their name on the plaque.
Yep, there's a plaque at the
is
Dutch.
mounted here at the Dutch. So.
Yep. Sonny crushes the brake. He puts a little more power into it, and cue ball got kicked around a little bit, so it wasn't as much of a controlled brake. And he doesn't have an opening shot on the one, so he's probably going to push here. He's just got to find a spot he can push to that's not typically when you push. Especially against strong players, you don't want to push to an offensive shot. If you give them an offensive shot, it could cost you the rack. You're typically going to want to push somewhere that either A, they have to try to play a safety back, or B, you have an optional route or a good route where you can jump, kick, or do something different to be able to have them give it back to you. But either way, when you push, yeah, like right here, Sonny just pushed into a spot where he's forcing Pancho to either jump or kick. And if Pancho gives it back, then Sonny is fine doing either or. Because when you're pushing, you have the disadvantage because your opponent can make the better decision of saying, hey, I can shoot this ball or do whatever, or give it back to you and force you into it. But Sonny felt good about this jump, so he's going to go for it. And he's getting a little bit of, he got a good hit, but a little bit of a bad roll here. So he's going to give Pancho an opportunity. The one thing that Sonny still has going for him is this mess down here. Pocketing the one's not going to be difficult, but he's got to find a way to get shape to the 2 so that he can get short side down in here to the 3. If he does that, then he can get out here. I think he's going to come up short. Yeah, I think he wanted to come off a little further. Pancho's got a really big stroke, so it's hard sometimes to commentate what he'll do in certain spots because, like right here, he's probably going to play to that bank or that combo he just looked at, or even a safety if he gets funny. But I've also seen him draw off and come down and run into this kind of stuff too. So, and Sonny's the same way. Sonny's high offense, super strong player, big stroke, a lot of power. So these guys are typically fun to watch. The combo here is not tough. It's the controlling the 3 ball and making sure you have shape on the 3 after that you got to focus on. Well, I guess the combo was harder than I thought. Pancho was trying to force shape to the 3. Probably going to cost him this rack because Sonny's got a chance here and everything's opened up. This first shot's the only shot he's really got to focus on shape for. Must have been pretty tight. Yeah, he came up short. That was really the only hard shot of the rack for Sonny at that point, was getting from the 3 to the 4. Seems super simple, but it's a speed thing because if he hits it too hard and he gets way down here, then he's got a tough shot. But he came up short and was clipped by the 8 a little bit, so he was trying to just hit that soft and roll it in. Got to favor Pancho to get out here. If anybody ever wants to look him up, his name is actually Francisco Silva, goes by Pancho. He's around 660 Fargo, 657, 658, somewhere in there. And Sonny Red Thunder is a 540-ish, 545 or 645. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, 660 and 645. So they're super close Fargo. Both of them are kind of probably, the beginning of the match jitters, maybe overstroking or little tentative stroke or something, but they're both kind of not getting shaped like they normally do. So I'm probably going to end up playing a safety here Probably going to have to put the 8-ball down on this rail somehow and get the cue ball down here and just try to do an isolation safety. I think this is a tough spot to go aggressive.
Looks like you might be doing the reverse of what you said.
Yeah, going the other way. The only thing I don't like about that is it does give Sonny an opportunity to kick this ball in if he can't see it. Oh, he can see it. Oh, he's going to kick at it. Off the end rail for the 7.
Yeah.
That's going to end up costing him, though.
Yeah, it is. The 8's right in line, and the 9's right in front of the other pocket.
Yeah, I would have favored kicking off the side rail at it. It would be easier to pocket the 8-ball going that direction if you're going to go offensive.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
The one thing, too, though, is where Pancho put that 8, that was going to work more in his favor than had it gone to the rail. Because had it gone to the rail, it's much easier. And I don't want to say easy like it's easy to kick a ball in, but, it would have been it would have been more forgiving versus where it sat there.
Pancho's up 2-0. Now, the one thing that Pancho has going for him that Sonny doesn't is Pancho's already played 2 matches this morning. He played Nick Lopez, put Nick Lopez out in 4th. Another strong shooter, and he made a pretty good match. And then he just finished a match against Todd Irving, put Todd out in 3rd, which Todd is the one that lost the hot seat match to Sonny. Coincidentally enough, Sonny paid top 4, and Sonny put 4th, 3rd, and 2nd all to the B side. So that's how all 3 of those guys landed on the loser side of the tournament, was from Sonny. So Sonny didn't have an easy road to this for sure. He had to pretty much put all the top players to the B side, and he did.
Well, yeah, and a tournament such as this, where it's the king of, so you get a bunch of the top shooters in here. You're going to face some strong shooters no matter what, and Sonny is definitely one of those. And one thing with Sonny, I've been playing him, in numerous tournaments everywhere over the years. He's very consistent.
Yeah.
Even when he's struggling or feels like he might be struggling, he's still consistent. Whereas, like for me, for example, when I'm on, I'm on. But when I'm off, I'm really off. I don't really ever hover in the middle.
Yeah, same here. I've had some really good players tell me, man, when you're on, you're so tough to beat. And I'm like, I know, I just got to get there.
Right. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. He was trying to come 2 rails to 3 rails technically, but he was trying to come off, get this rail down here and come off this direction behind the 7. It's a pretty open table here. This is the biggest mistake of this for Pancho is not only should this cost him a game, but it's also going to give Sonny an opportunity to get in stroke.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of fairly simple, straightforward shots to be able to get in stroke here.
You may want to do a refresh, Josh, and change your color because that green doesn't pop up in there. I mean, look at mine. Okay. So Sonny ended up perfect here because now he can just come up this way and play into this big window. Play your natural angles just like that. So he give himself the best opportunity here. And even though he's a little longer than me, he might have wanted, he's still a great angle. He can play this into here, or he can even come around and play it into the side. But he's up here for the side.
He hit it perfect. I was going to say he overhit it.
So, yeah, he's definitely getting on the board here. I wouldn't bet against him.
See, this is one of those spots where he's getting in stroke, too, which you don't want to see as his opponent,
Right. You want to keep him cold. But...
Yeah.
Oh, he played Rich. Played rich shape. Go
Yeah,
figure.
left himself the rich 50. Gotta get
Oh,
there.
nicely done.
Starting to see more and more people coming into the stream. Let us know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. You'll see in the background the banner, a bunch of sponsors here that have either participated in some of the BFS matches that Rich runs, or some of the tournaments here at the Dutch, and they wanted to be a part of the stream and part of everything that's going on here. Rich is always adding and running and doing different things for pool in this area.
Yeah,
But obviously
I heard
Budweiser.
you. I heard you mention earlier about a new banner coming. I can tell you that that is 100% true. The new one is in the works, and it will have Gary Bradley Trucking, their logo on there, and an additional one, which isn't a paid sponsor, but they're a new partner to the Dutch, and that's the Comfort Inn Suites.
Oh yes.
So in future big tournaments, like weekend tournaments, we get a lot of out of towners coming in. Due to that partnership with Comfort Inn, they'll be able to book a room there and get a significant discount. So once those tournaments are coming, I will give Comfort Inn the notice of the date, and then the players will be able to call or book online the promo code of the Little Dutch Inn, and that would get them the discount. And one of the cool things with them that I like over other hotels is their swimming pool hot tub is 24 hours. It doesn't shut down at 10 p.m. And any pool player knows, typically Saturday nights are long, and so you don't get out of the tournament venue till late, and then you've missed that. But now with them, you can still get your hour in at the pool or hot tub and get the chill time in, to relax, and then you wake up to have breakfast. So that's always cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't tell if
Does
he
he
left
see
an
the
edge.
edge?
Yeah, he might have left an edge here, and if he did, it's makeable. Maybe you have to bend it a little, which looks like is what he's doing. Yeah, Sonny's definitely too good a player to be leaving him an edge like that. Because with his skill and his experience, he'll figure something out for him. And he jumps pretty decent too. So.
Oh, similar thing here. You didn't want to hit that 10.
One thing's for sure is Sonny's playing a very aggressive game today so far.
Yeah. Well, you've played Sonny before. I've played Sonny in big tournaments and stuff, and Sonny's a lot like I am, like we are. He's very offensive oriented, and even a lot of his safeties are aggressive safeties.
Yeah.
Like we've seen in the last match, where a lot of Todd Irving's safeties are more on the passive side. He's not forcing stuff. He's willing to just kind of leave a tough shot for table control. Where an aggressive safety, as odd as it might sound, is you're really forcing to try to get your opponent as safe as possible, not giving them an opportunity to get a good kick or a good jump or something like that.
Yeah, and it's ooh.
Yeah, and he hung the ball. Man, this is one of those spots where I expected him to be out, and he just made that little mistake, shooting kind of fast.
Yeah, and that's like what I mentioned in the last match, that he's been kind of slightly overcutting and catching the outside point, and that's another example of it right there. Only this time at home.
Yeah. Sonny should be fine here. He that when those balls are deep in the pocket like that, it's hard to play shape off of them. And he tried to roll it in and just come out, probably play the 5 to the side, but it hit the point and slowed down, so he was forced to shoot that in the corner. This is right here. These are signs of that last game, allowing Sonny to get in stroke. Gonna cost another game for PANCHO here, because he hung that ball, and Sonny's making quick work of it.
Yeah,
little out, 2-2.
Both these guys are way too good to be giving them, extra opportunities at the table. Because they're gonna punish you.
Poncho's break. Break's been big. Last match or last game, and so far both of Sonny's breaks, he's made balls. Even last one, he made 3 balls on the break, but he had no shot at the one, so he had to force into a rollout. Poncho gave it back. He tried to play safe. Poncho had an opportunity to get safety and come up short, and then it didn't cost him though. He ended up getting another chance up there. You're right. He did. You know, usually Poncho, when he's shooting balls in, he's making them center pocket, and he's been overcutting a lot of balls.
Yeah, and the thing is too, is if you're going to rub a point or rub a rail in any form, you're going to want it to be the inside one. That way it has a chance. But you rub on the outside, they'll typically sit, especially on this table. This table is a deep shelf. And what I mean by that, folks, is this edge right here is deeper than normal. So a ball could actually sit right on the edge of that, and you would not be able to hit it rail first. And so when you rub a rail or it rattles, the tendency is for the ball to hang there. Well,
yeah, smart play. I was looking at that, and he had a shot to play the one on the side, but he would have had to get super aggressive and played it with draw to draw off the end rail and then back this way to be able to see the 3. And doing that makes this side pocket, which is already coming from an angle and it's already super tight. When you put a lot of speed, especially with draw, it makes it a smaller window to shoot into that pocket, which would make it super difficult. So he chose safe, just smart, left Sonny.
Yeah, but you got a nice bump off of that 4 ball to put the cue ball where it was, because it didn't look like, you know, he was going to be hooked. And then now he is. So that worked out. Like I said, with the talent of these two guys, you definitely got to be more specific in your safety play. Because if you give them a chance to make it, chances are they're going to.
That was a great shot. Really good kick safe there. And that's, you know, that a lot of people watching may not realize, but that's pretty close to what he was planning. He wasn't planning on making that ball or anything. He was trying to play that safety.
Yep. And Poncho's going to
try to return with the same thing. Stick.
Yeah, he was trying to park it right up behind that 10, and it come out a little bit. And so what do you do here, Josh? You take the cue ball back underneath down in here? Or do you send the one across like this and take the cue ball up table?
No, I thin the one, let the one come off like this, and I try to put the cue ball back in here. It gives you all 4 of those balls to play safe behind.
Yeah, and I think it's easier to control both doing this shot. Yeah. And just like that, you know, forces Poncho into a jump. And even against a player who jumps well, it's still a jump shot. So there's always a chance it could miss. So we're tied 2-2 in the first race of the final. Poncho needs to win this to force a second one. And if Sonny wins this first race, it is over. Ooh, there's a friendly bump there. I think Sonny's going to have to go rail first here. I can't tell for sure, but I don't think you can see it. No. So, yeah, I'd definitely be going to go rail first, kind of.
Or does he kick off the end rail?
I guess he could.
Play a safety. No, yeah, the only thing I was going to say, the only thing I didn't like about that is the shape from the 3 to the 4 is going to be ridiculous. But Sonny's got a lot of firepower, so if it can be done, I'm sure he can figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, that was going to be the problem.
That almost worked out well. Almost parted the Red Sea, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, with where he was, I think he would have been better off shooting that, make sure and pocketing it, but like some left-hand English or some little bit of low, having the cue ball come this direction. Because now he's eliminating running into any of those balls, you know.
Yeah, but I think, you know, he could probably just see just enough of everything. So he just fired at it and try to just pocket the ball instead of trying to force spin or do anything like that. You know, if he'd had more room to work with, probably would have definitely went that pattern instead. But now he's going to be doing a jump. And looks like that's going to work out too. PANCHO into a jump.
What are they breaking in the background over there, Rich?
Well, there's people playing. Alfred's here shooting with duck, and on table 4, there's a couple of people playing over there. Can you hear all that pretty good?
No, I hear like something in the background breaking, or maybe a grind or something. I don't know. Something that the bartenders are doing.
Well, she just dumped a bunch of ice into the trough there. That might have been what you heard.
Yep. So this is, you know, the combo, like we said before, isn't the hard part. It's controlling the 4 ball so that you can have a decent shot on it next.
Yeah, see, that was going to be the tough part right there, is that the angle of the 4 was going towards the bottom rail, but it did come off enough, and the cue ball came out enough that he has a thin cut at this.
Yep.
Seemed to have rushed that shot a little bit, but seeing PANCHO into a jump or a kick, which I'm going to assume he's going to kick this.
Yeah, he'll kick off the side rail, try to get that cue ball to come off this direction.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want the cue. I mean, even if the cue ball runs into the 7, it won't be too much of an issue as long as the cue ball doesn't come behind the 9 over here.
Right, as long as it stays in this window here, even if it bumps the 7, he's still good. And bumping the 7 would be horrible because that's just going to push it closer to the pocket.
Yeah.
Because right now it's dead center.
Yeah, perfect. Overhit it, but PANCHO banks pretty good, but he's going to have to bank this one with speed if he's going to bank it.
Yeah, see, for me, I'd be banking this here just because I'd want to go kind of this way for shape. Now, you could bank it to the corner and basically come off this way, too. I just think there's more room for traffic. Oh, I might be cutting this. I say I'm practicing some super thin cuts this morning.
Well, he tried playing safe. So what that is that's 100% respect to his opponent.
Yep, absolutely. He's playing the person and not the table, which is understandable. Because, like I said, Sonny's definitely good enough to punish you for any mistakes, and you have to consider that as well. And he tried to play safe back and get behind the 9, didn't quite get there. So
and you know, PANCHO clearly when PANCHO was shooting that safety, he wanted to get cover down here with the cue ball down in this area.
Yeah.
But putting the sticks on the end rail with both pockets blocked for banks is a really good containing safety, and that's what kind of gave him this reward right here. Well, he might be forced into doing another one.
Yeah, I think he was already had his mindset on that. That's why he didn't hit that any faster. So, I mean, you can raise this and come up like this, or you can leave the cue ball here and send the 7 up table.
Yeah, he likes to graze stuff. I was going to say I would. Oh, yeah, he did send it up table. Yeah,
the one downside to this is that, you know, he's got 3/4 of a table to play shape into, and so all he has to do is really focus on is making this shot, because he will have a look at the 8.
Yeah. And I would have played that safety a little different. I was looking at, you know, clipping the 7 ball, you know, clipping it like half the ball and sending the ball, banking it off this way and having some left English and have my cue ball come off this direction.
Yep, exactly.
And getting cover from all 3 of these balls. And if you don't, you're leaving him a bank shot, you know?
Right.
But PANCHO's got an opportunity here to take a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, so he's just going to go forward.
Sonny missed that ball, but that wasn't an easy shot at all.
Ooh, a little unfortunate there.
Yeah, he'll bank the 9 in. I don't think he was playing safe right here. He'll put the 9 into this pocket.
I don't know. I think you could. You could just thin it and then take the cue ball around it here, and maybe you get the block, or you force a bank. Well,
Nah, he'll bank.
he's sizing it up.
I understand the safety, but I think this is a different spot than the 6 because he doesn't have to worry about shape. And Pancho banks good, so he's got to have some faith in himself. Go for the bank. If he misses it, he misses it, but he's got to play to get out. Yeah, he hit it short.
Oh man, that point really helped Sonny out by bringing the 9 ball to where it is now instead of staying on the top end.
Yeah. Pancho got down and shot that pretty fast.
Yeah. You know, as much as I like to bank, I think I still would have played the safety there. Just to thin it. No matter how good you bank, it's still a low percentage. All right, so Sonny takes the lead. And folks, this is being the first race. Sonny hasn't lost. This one is a race to 7. Now, if Pancho were to win this one, then the second race would be a race to 5.
Anybody that's out there watching this, if you can go on and share it on Facebook, share it around. A lot of people know these guys. Probably like to see them play in a finals match like this.
Yeah, especially these two. You know, they want to watch them facing off against each other.
Yep.
Well, it's dry break. Treetop over the 2, but this back cut is doable.
Yeah, you could be right, Rodney. You know, sometimes when you're playing a fast player, it's hard to not play fast yourself. And if that takes you out of your rhythm, it could, you could definitely have a lot of mistakes. He left it kind of funny. He might actually have to play the carom instead of the combo. Clip the 1. But that'll send the 1 over to the other corner pocket. Well, he could play it. I thought it was a little off center. Now the problem here is getting back to the 3. If he was to come, what he'd want to do is come this direction with the cue ball. Gonna run into that 9. I think he might have played for that. He played the speed to play that.
Hey Rodney, I gotta give you some props, bro. You shot really well in this tournament. Pretty consistent. You're not only, the pocketing ball side of things, but just overall, like shape and your pattern and stuff were better than I've seen in a long time from you. So it's good to see that you're heading back into that again. And you went deep in the tournament too. That's pretty good. Man, what a great kick shape that was. Looks like you might be able to see an edge of this. Oh, I guess you can see it all. But there wasn't much room to work with, so
he's got a tough shot here on the 4 and tough shape to the 5. And he kind of rolls off to hold shape for the 5.
Ooh, I don't know if that's lined up to the 10 or not, or to the corner or not, but I don't bet he'll go for it. Just snuck with a little gap in there that you could change some angles.
Yeah, and I mean,
and I think
is there a way to play this combo and leave the 4 ball like right here and get the cue ball back here?
It just depends on how much of the 4 he has to hit. you hit it thin enough, then yeah, the cord's going to come off the 10 and sit here, and the cue ball will go across, which would be ideal in case you miss, which you know how I feel about two-ways, but every now and again, the need for one comes up, and this is that need right here.
Yep. There's always a time.
Put a little bit of insight on this where the cue ball will come this way, potentially get the hook with the 8.
Yeah, I'd rather put outside on it and go 3 rails back to that spot.
It just depends on what
Because that'll help pocket the 10.
Oh,
no.
So it did go. He hit the outside of it. But unfortunately, scratched. And in 10 ball hooks, that is not a loss of game. It spots Sonny is on hand. So on this one, he needs to get all the way over to the rail over there to have a good clean grip in the platform. Basically, just right there.
Now, do you try to draw into the 5 here, Rich? Or into the 6, I mean? Or do you just try to float past it?
Yeah, I think that's the best move right there, because then that gives you the best opportunity to work off the 6 for the 7 as well.
Yeah.
You can just go right
that
to the
6,
side
that side pocket's pretty tight from that spot. You wouldn't know by how quickly he got down and shot it, though.
Right.
Yeah, Sonny's playing quick.
Yeah, and you know what that means. So, I mean, look at that. He was shooting fast. He's like right where you want to be. He's even on the quick side of this. He just tripped over. So he'll take a 2-game lead here, folks, which is big.
Yep. 4-2. Pancho's break. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few games here where Pancho's had some opportunities and he's made some mistakes, and Sonny's capitalized each time.
Yeah, and you know the other thing too that worked in Sonny's favor is that, like I said it earlier, he sort of put Pancho on the beast side, and it wasn't like it was, well, on paper, it didn't look like he struggled. He beat Pancho 7-1. But talking to Pancho about that, you know, it was just one of those things. You know, they just never got a good opportunity.
Hey, Rich, you're super quiet. We can barely hear you.
Barely hear me. Is that better?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm trying not to be too loud because it's kind of quiet in here. It's better now that there's music playing, but when there wasn't, then the whole room can hear me talking. And although that some people are good with that, some people are not. And I don't want to bother the pool players, you know. Give them that respect of being quiet during their shot.
Yeah, I mean, Sonny looks like his road to the finals here. He had a first round bye, and then he ended up playing Kelly Smith. And then he beat Nick Lopez, and that looks like it was. Oh, I watched a lot of that match. You know, him and Nick went back and forth, and ended up beating Nick Hill.
Yeah, that was a tough match. Nick had an opportunity, and remember he pocketed the 6 and drifted across with 7, and it scratched.
Yeah,
and ultimately that ended up costing him. So that was definitely Sonny's toughest match up to this point.
Yeah, for sure. And then he beat Pancho, and then he beat Todd Irving in the hot seat match.
Okay, now that actually works well. It's a natural angle for the 4. The 4 ball's right here, so pocketing that, the 2 ball's natural angle is this way. So for him, it's about where he wants to be able to transfer from the 4 to the 5.
Outside on it.
Because he has an option here. He can go forward into here and down for the side, or he can just put a little top left on there and come over this way. It looked like he opted for the side pocket, which he hit this beautifully. It's literally perfect. Just cut this in with a little right spin and bring the cue ball somewhere in this area right there. I'll leave my line there. He may go firmer. No. All right. I would expect him to get out here. But I don't want to do the commentator's curse, so I'm just going to take a drink from your coffee now.
It's easy to do, isn't it? Been a few times I've expected somebody to get out, and I pretty much say they're out here, and then they don't get out.
But in addition to that, I've often done that as a player too. I look at it and think, "Oh, I should get out here," and then I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
I take the commentator's curse into my own head on my own action sometimes. Well, you hit that nicely to get on the correct side of the nine. So now you can just go roll forward a little bit, or you can go to the rail and out this way into this area. That he's set up perfectly for him right here. Even if he's straighter than he wants, he can cheat and play the nine here. So it looks like he's going to roll up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about on it, jinxing yourself. The match that put me on the B side against Paul Granillo. We were hill. That's a good little stun shot board.
Yeah.
Paul and I were hill, and I don't remember exactly what happened. I played it safe and got ball in hand or what early on, and I literally was like, "Oh man, I'm out, like easy." And I ended up miscuing, playing the 4 into the side, and missed it, and ended up losing that game and lost the match because of it. Like, oh come on! But in my head, right away, I was like, "Oh, I'm out."
Yeah, but granted, you probably should have won that match. But I do have to give Paul credit, man. That guy shot really strong this weekend. Not just in your match, but in all his matches. You can see it just in his stroke that he was playing pretty confidently.
Yeah, for sure. He played super strong, man. Him and I didn't even really think too much about it, but he had mentioned how him and I have played each other recently in some tournaments, and how I've gotten the best of him in those tournaments. And he was like, "Man, when we were playing, I just wanted to beat you because I needed that." Man, he shot good. He did. He shot really good. I made that mistake there. I was frustrated with it, but at the same time, I mean, every time I was making mistakes and stuff, he was punching me. He played super, super strong.
Yeah, and
it was good to see,
I watched him play in a few of his other matches, and he was playing really smart as well, playing good safety, timely safety, not when it's your only resort, that kind of stuff. So he was really paying attention to where he was at in the game and in the table, and making the correct moves. And then when he shot, he was executing really well. It was good to see.
Well, yeah, it was really fun obviously I was frustrated I was losing and I lost, but at the same time, it was fun to see him play so well and play so good because, when I first started playing pool, Paul was one of those top dogs around town.
Yeah.
And, he's gone through some periods of time where he's taken a lot of time off the pool for medical reasons or whatever reasons there might be. And he's having a lot of issues right now. He's got a surgery coming up. I don't know if on his knees, back, whatever.
It's knee replacement surgery.
Yeah, so he's had a lot of reasons to not be able to play pool, and to see him playing like the old Paul from when I first started playing, it was really, really fun to watch. Even though
it was cool to see him doing well, and he's a pool player at heart. So even with the pain and everything he's going through now, he still plays as much as he can, and to see him, doing well, it kind of makes the pain worth it, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's always good to see good people doing well, and I've always liked Paul. He's one of the cool dudes around,
Yep. Sonny played a pretty smart little safe here. Pancho's going to try to kick and have the cue ball roll to the rail behind the 3. So he's going to hit this fairly soft and delicate. Just like that. Yeah. What a great kick.
He hit that really well. And this literally forces Sonny into 2 red.
Yeah.
He would have had to get a little closer for me because I have the apex jump cue to get me out of that.
Oh, stop it. You're not in the tournament anymore. Quit trying to brag about yourself.
anymore. I wasn't in it at all. I gave my
That's
spot
true.
to Pete.
I forgot you got scared and backed out.
I didn't get scared. Pete texted me late Thursday night asking if he could get in. I didn't want to tell him no. You know, he plays everything, all the weekly stuff, plays the Diamond League, and he's a good dude. You know, so somebody who's going to support Cool and everything we do and I do. That yeah, I'll give him my spot, no problem. Not even hesitate.
He's got to miss the 6 and the 7 here. He's going to have to hit it with a little bit of right-hand English to get past the 6. Yeah, that was going to be tough no matter what. He made the 210 easier.
Yeah, I did. And Pancho should definitely go for this, just because, especially because of the position of the 3.
Yeah, because his only other option would be to play the 2 in the side and force follow and run into the 8. To be able to hold shape for the 3.
Yeah,
and that
there's a lot of work out there. So this would be definitely the way you want to go. And he does and executes, and now we got a tie ball game.
Now it's a short race to 3.
So this goes to show you just can't make mistakes.
And you know, here's the thing to look at too. And some people hate Fargo, some people love Fargo, whatever it is. But this match shows you, this tournament shows you how fairly accurate Fargo is on certain times, because these two playing in the finals in the King of the Valley are the 2 highest Fargo players in this valley.
Yeah, 100%.
And they, Pancho, at that 660-ish range, and Sonny at the 640, 645 range. I know you were up there in the 650s and everything before you had your stroke.
Yeah.
But, so you never got to play in this. You're the one that started it. Stroke, but yeah, it's funny how.
I played last year. I didn't win it, obviously, but it was fun to play in it.
Oh, I didn't think you played last year. You did play it last year?
Yeah, remember you did the commentary on my match with Troy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, where he and I went hill. But yeah, it was fun to play. Play with all the big dogs again, especially since it was relatively new to me again.
Yeah. So Pancho crushed the break here, and he has an opening shot for a combo here. If he can make this combo and hold shape for this, he has a good chance to take the lead in this match.
Yeah, and where that 5 is at, your best bet is to play the 3 off the 5, just to bump it out. And he got perfect on this. Come out with that 2, and then definitely going to want to play the 3 off the 5, just to roll the 5 down and get it out of that tough spot it's sitting in.
Yeah, but I mean, the 5's a little bit past it, and the 6 goes in the side. I don't know if I'd rather just get up here for shape to the 3 and play to be straight on it, because you have to actually hit the 5 and get the 3 to come back, which means you have to hit it with some speed.
Yeah, you just have to hit it a little fatter is all.
Yeah, but the fatter you hit it, the more this 5's going to come off and come out this way. And I don't know. I'm not really big into running into too much if you don't have to. But I mean, I get what you're saying.
See,
it'd definitely be nice to reposition the ball.
If you just play for the 3, then you have to get really straight on the 5 ball, because you can't cut that at any kind of an angle.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have to now. So the question is does he hit this with speed to actually just move the 5 ball out here, or does he hit it with speed to get the 5 to come off and come out this way?
I would go the second one. Bump it and let it come out. Oh.
Yeah, he's just playing past it.
Okay.
A little hard.
I guess that's why he's still in this tournament.
You're not playing that love song for me, are you, Rich?
No.
You miss me?
Duck is here. He might be playing it for me.
No, that makes sense. So this isn't easy. I mean, he's got a chance to get out here, but this is shooting this past the side pocket's not easy. Well, made it look easy, but it's definitely harder than what he shot there. And, if he just rolls this in, leaves the cue ball in this area here, it's pretty natural to play the cue ball off like this, or even off coming down off the side rail for the 9.
Yeah. I don't know, just go one
Or if
rail
he
or
just comes
two
down to
rails.
the end rail and back out too. Either way.
Looks like he's going one rail. Oh, he got for two. Oh,
You
look
know,
at that.
the smart thing
Got
about
perfect.
that is letting your stroke out.
Yeah. And he got perfect. So little left English will just come off this way right into here. So yeah, looks like he's definitely going to. Well, I don't want to say it because I don't want to put in the curse. But we're going to be getting another viewer here, as someone just asked me to make and send it to him.
Oh, he overhit it.
Oh,
Oh, no, he's pretty good there. I'm just gonna punch this in and come back out here.
yeah.
Just a little bit of right English. He doesn't need to put low in on there. He put some low on it. That's why he ran into the 10, but he's got a makeable shot here.
Not get so careless here because he can get himself in trouble. Sonny's not the one you want to be putting yourself in trouble against.
Yeah. 5-4. It's going to be Sonny's break.
That was big. Poncho to get the lead here. This deep into the first race. Sonny still has some breathing room and it's far from over, but he can lose this race and still get a chance. So he's got a little.
Well, and that was the first break and run of the match. And to be fair to the players, that was actually the first break of the match where made balls and had an opportunity to get out.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you, Josh. Was this tournament winter break last year?
No, it was alternate break last year.
It was alternate break, right? So when Pancho and Nick played their match and he did the 5-pack, that was the big 9-ball tournament, wasn't it? The one that Lee won?
Yeah, that was the 550 to 650 tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier, but I didn't want to correct you.
Do it, man.
So
memories all goofy these days.
I know. So I don't know if the one passes, but he can play the carom.
Yeah.
And then this table, I think the 2 goes into the side, but even if it doesn't, this table is actually not laying too bad as long as he can get from the 2 to the 3.
Yeah, it's definitely.
If he can carom this 8 in, and then he can get from the 2 to the 3, he hit that a little hard, so now it's tough again.
It is. So definitely going to be a safety here.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, the cue ball is going to end up somewhere this way.
Yeah, I was going to say send the one ball up here and send the cue ball over here.
Definitely.
Come in here with
that would be ideal. Perfect right there to nestle up against that 5 ball. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Well, that works. I mean.
Well, you know, the nice thing about what he did there is that was easier to control.
Yeah.
And where he got pretty fortunate because he took away this.
Yeah. There's definitely the only option is a 2 rail because even one railing this way is so tight, perfect, and you're shooting it stretched out in treetop, so that shot's not even an option anymore. So realistically, he's having a 2 rail this way.
Yeah, because the 3 rail he can't do either. So what he's doing right here, so if people ask, is he's finding the middle spot between the cue ball and his object ball he's hitting, or where his ghost ball wants to be. And then he's drawing a line from here to that pocket that's nearest, and then he's shifting that line over here. And that's the line he wants to hit off of to go 2 rails to hit this one.
Nicely drawn, man. That was explained very well.
I do know what I'm talking about sometimes.
And I tell you, that system actually works really well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, real specific enough to dial in pocketing balls every time, but you can pretty much guarantee yourself at least a hit. And, not giving ball in hand is huge, especially when you're playing guys of this caliber. So we're looking
I was just going to say, does he want to roll forward or does he want to stun draw this over here? But, whatever he does, he wants to probably leave himself a little bit of a fat cut on the 2. I definitely didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
because now he's
get down to 3 because I'm pretty sure he was looking at the 410 as the finish for this game. But now that's going to change things. And this becomes much tougher. Cue ball being so close to the rail, you're going to jack up in there to try to punch the ball down.
Yeah, he's going to try to draw back over for that. Wow, what a shot. Holy no, that was a great shot. That deserves one of the shoe-chings.
What the? Oh my god!
Wow. I'm going to tell you right now, that is not easy to do right there. To punch that and get that kind of action out of the cue ball.
Being elevated like that, and get the cue ball to come down and then, bump and turn to push the 3 over. And then just, that was definitely a game. Definitely.
Yeah, that was strong. That was really strong.
Yeah, that was a great recovery.
You just got to focus and make this, and he'll be on the hill.
And there it is.
He's on the hill, and it's his break, and he broke and ran his last one. So Sonny's in that spot where, he just wants to make sure that he gets another chance at this. He doesn't want to lose here to break and run or something. But Pancho, he's playing good right now, but he can't take it for granted just because he's on the hill. The first game and the last game are always the hardest to get, and he definitely doesn't want to let Sonny back in this because.
Well, just like in talking to him in league and stuff, he's hungry for the repeat. He told us that numerous times that he really wants to win this again.
Yeah.
And he's proven it right now with his play. He's still got a lot of work left to do. And Sonny's no slouch. No matter the outcome of this first race, you can't count Sonny out.
Yeah, for sure. Crush the brake, but he's got. So now with this, he's got a long shot. All he's got is a combo. I mean, do you attempt some kind of like hit the 1 ball here, get it to play into the 3, and have the cue ball come off like this? Or do you actually go for that? That's the question, because he's in a really funny spot. He's just going to push and force Sonny to make this decision.
See, now I can tell you that I wouldn't have done that. I would have played a safety. Because just pushing forward like that, you're allowing someone of his caliber to play a great safety against you.
Yeah.
Just like that. And you're even to get, you might be able to see the edge of this, but still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had an open shot where he could see the 1. He may not like it, but I feel like he needs to try to find a way to play a safety there.
Yeah, definitely, because any kind of hit might just open the table up for you to run out.
Yeah.
You might get fortunate here. The 4 ball's getting badder and badder. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he left a thin back cut or a carom. That's about it.
Yeah, definitely
If he can see the edge.
It looks like you can, but you're coming from range.
Yeah, that's tough.
Might even be able to. I was gonna say. I was just getting ready to say you might even be able to carry him into the 5.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was a good shot.
And because now literally if he makes this in good shape on the 2, he should be out. I'm gonna step away for just a second, Josh.
Okay. I don't know if he can stun past the 3. He might clip the 3, but if he hits it thin, he could get right past it. So this will bring the match a little tighter here. Sonny should be out here. He's got a pretty good little layout. Roll to the wrong side of the 3, but it's easy to just stun this and stay right in this spot here. Sonny will get out. It'll be 5-6, but it'll be his break too for an opportunity to put it to the hill. As you can see, with his opponent being on the hill here, when Sonny had an opportunity, he's pressure's not getting to him. He's doing what he needs to do. Yep, made a nice out, Pancho made a mistake there, I think, not playing that safety early on. Yeah, Rodney, if Pancho wins, there will be a second set, and the second set will be to a race to 5, because the loser side is 5. Both of them will be on the loser side at that point. Yeah, which I like the double dip format. I feel like long races, there's a lot of tournaments where, like say it's race to 7 on the winner side, 5 on the B side, and then they'll make the finals like one long race to 11, race to 13, race to whatever, race to 9. But I prefer the double dip format because, I feel like the person that has the hot seat hasn't lost a match yet. And, the other person has. So that other person has to beat them, has to put them on the loser side and then beat them twice. You should have to lose twice to lose this tournament. So I like keeping it that route.
I don't know. I don't mind a single race if the tournament races are long. So, like in this case, race to 7. So if it started off as a race to 9, and then the final was a single race to say 13, I'd be okay with that. And just like that,
I don't know.
640 and under, I played over there in Spokane. Those are what races to 15, and the final was a single race to 21.
Yeah, but that whole tournament was a single race.
Yeah.
There was no double dips or no double elimination. It was
that's single. True. Huh? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know because I never lost.
Yeah, I just, the way I look at it is, when you have a longer race in the finals, I always feel like it benefits the player that's coming from the B side, because the other player has either hasn't played, like Sonny starting this match hasn't played since 3 p.m. yesterday, and Pancho is just coming off of 2 to 3 matches today alone.
Yeah, so he's all nice and warmed up.
Yeah, so it automatically benefits the guy coming from the B side. It's like, why does he get that benefit in a long race? He doesn't have the hot seat. The guy that has the hot seat should have the benefit and should have the advantage.
There should be,
he's earned it.
There should be some perk to having the hot seat.
Exactly, he's earned that opportunity.
You're right. Oh, so did this come about from Rodney's question?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I answered his question. It's race to 5 on the B side if he wins this full double dip.
Yeah.
That was a really good shot. Pancho didn't try to hit it soft. He didn't try to use the ball for a blocker. He just went back and forth. He's got a little bit on the backside of the 3, so that's why he's going over looking, seeing for 4 passes, because a natural little stun shot will bring the cue ball in this direction.
So, Josh, let me
try to see how he wants to manipulate it.
Let me ask you a question. Did you reach out to the Evo guys to fix your link? I noticed.
No, I actually
name versus the guest one.
Yeah, no, I actually pulled up my messenger chat with Patrick Nix of Evo and was going to message him. And when I pulled it up, I thought, I know he sent me the link before, so I scrolled up and I found it and I just typed it in and pulled it right up.
Oh, nice.
So get back to the match real quick. So Pancho's making a really good out here. He's giving himself a chance to go
to race number 2,
to go to a second set. So now he's on the wrong side of the 6 again. So is he gonna come this direction, or is he just gonna try to stun and stay over here?
Yeah, I think he's just gonna stun. Well, maybe which one to watch.
He went with the old inside English.
Yeah. It's hard to tell, at what speed he's hitting something, because the 2 feet of bridge that sticks out past his hand.
Yeah. Well, it allows him to give a really good stroke, though.
Yeah.
So is he gonna? It looks like he's gonna nick the 8 here. Yeah. He hit
perfect.
That really good.
Plays it right in the side. Roll on up. So it looks like we might be going to a second race here.
Let's get this one done first.
Yeah.
Because this isn't simple right here. He's got to force this shape to the 9. Oh, yeah. What a great shot. That's showing confidence in yourself right there.
Yeah, definitely going 2 rails down for this one.
So coming off like this.
Yeah.
So the
And
question is,
the
I mean,
angle, if he goes tight, he might even come over this way.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Does he want to go 3 rails or does he want to go 2? I think 2,
Looks
but
like
going
yeah,
2
looks like
brings
he's
the side
loading up.
pocket into play.
Yeah, it looks like he was loading up on English to take the shoulder around, which he did. And gave himself a really good look at this. Hey, Josh.
I'll tell you what's funny is I feel like he went that route to eliminate coming down towards this side pocket, and he ended up getting so tight that he came to this side pocket.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to sign off, and then I'll give you a couple minutes here, and then I'll start. So we'll take like a 5-minute break. So everybody watching, stay tuned for the new link.